Good morning. It is Thursday, the March 19th, and it's a really nice morning, except that it's raining still. But the birds are singing. It's a really nice temperature outside. I just have the door open. Central heat and air turned off. It's beautiful. It's about 8:15 in the morning. I'm making breakfast, some sausage and eggs and biscuits. And I don't know. We'll see what today holds. Here's our breakfast spread. What do you want on your biscuit?
Cheese, egg, and that.
Sounds yummy. I think that's what I'm gonna have too. All right, breakfast is done. It was really yummy, wasn't it?
It was so good.
Hallie has wild hair this morning. We need to do something with it. She hasn't even gotten completely dressed. She's still in her jammies. I've gotten dressed and around, had a shower, did my hair. We don't have a whole lot planned for today. They've started on their work already, did part of it. I've started on my work. I'm taking a little break. Then I got to get back at it. I do have to go to town later again. We just went yesterday, but my brother called me last night. I have a brother who lives about 5 minutes from me. And I help take care of him. He has special needs, and so he lives with 3 other guys, and their apartment is managed by a company in town that helps.
Isn't it 4?
That helps people with special needs, and so they have been low on staff, and he needs to go to the grocery store, and so I am the next person in line to do that if a staff member can't. So I'll be doing that. I really didn't want to get out today, but I know he needs to go. And then I've got to run by the post office.
And then you've got to go to school.
And I need to run by my school since I'm going to be in town and pick up a few things that I'll need for planning. And yeah. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot planned for today. I'm hoping that the rain holds off and maybe the sun will come out a little bit today so that we can maybe go on a walk.
And me and Hayden could play outside a lot today, like we have always been doing.
Yeah. And I need to log some miles. I'm doing the Run Disney Star Wars virtual half marathon.
Yeah.
And so you have some different options. You can walk it, you can run it, you can jog it. It's very flexible. You can do it in chunks. And so I did 2 miles, and then, so I still have like 10.1 miles to go. And I have to be done by the end of this month. So I better get on that. So I really wanted to get a mile or 2 in today just to kind of mark that off my list. But yeah, it's really neat because it's very flexible. You can do it at your own pace. You can do it on the treadmill. You can log your miles day by day, or do it all at once, which I can't do it all at once, but
that'd be just extremely hard.
Well, lots of people do, but
yeah.
I'm not there. So I need to, I really would like the weather to be nice enough for me to go do that. I wish I had done it yesterday. But yesterday went by so fast. Like we were busy all day, I felt like.
What you could do one day? Like one day that we're actually not busy, like you could, like, whenever Daddy's back from his walk, you could go walking at Bonadia.
I don't want to go all the way to Bonadia. I can just do it, like, right outside our house.
True. You could go up, like, almost to the highway, and then to the dirt road, and then back.
Okay, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But, yeah, I think I'm going to get back to work. And Hadley's going to get back to work. We're waiting on a question to be answered from her teacher about some homework or about some of her work. And then we'll check back in later. It's lunchtime. We're not eating very healthy today. And Hayden and Hadley are both in their pajamas still. We're not doing so hot on day 4 of being ready for the day. No, I'm ready for the day. Daddy's ready for the day.
No, he's not.
Yeah?
Take off your shirt.
He's about to go to work. He's about to go to work. They were allowed a soda apiece today. That's a very rare occurrence in this house. We never have, I don't keep soda in this house. The only reason we had soda is because we had it as a special treat for our cruise. And since we're not going on our cruise. I also finished unpacking the suitcases this morning. So we are officially 100% unpacked. What?
Hi.
Ew, close your mouth, nasty.
Did I have a today?
We are back from our walk. The kids are playing on the trampoline outside. They're in such better moods. I'm so glad we went ahead and took them for a walk. Plus, I am like only 1,600 steps away from my step goal for the day. While they're outside, I'm going to go ahead and... I've got to quit putting my hands above my face. While they're outside, I'm going to go ahead and start dinner. Tonight, we're having skillet lasagna, which is my new favorite way to make lasagna. So easy. We'll link the recipe in the description. But it's so easy and so yummy. And yeah, so first off, I am browning. I'm going to use my electric skillet this evening. So I'm browning a pound and a quarter of hamburger meat. And so we'll do that, let that cook. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add in some garlic and a little bit of onions. It's not on the recipe, but I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. And yeah. This is what Hadley has been up to today. We moved her dollhouse to where it's by her, bed. And she made a little fort. Let's see what's inside. Again, still in pajamas.
I don't know why I brought an
umbrella and sunglasses. And
I also have this blanket, and I have my pillow.
Cool. You're so goofy. Today has been a slow day. I've worked a bunch. Just trying to get different things set up. Had a conference call this morning. It's been, it's already 1:40. At 4, I have to venture out into society. I really don't want to. My county had their first confirmed coronavirus case today. So that has brought this so much closer to us. And they believe it's through community transmission. So I really don't want to go out, and I'm trying to, but I love my brother and I want him to have the things that he needs also. And so I'm really torn, about what I should do. And so I think I'm going to maybe call his case manager and just see like what can be done. I don't know. I'm really torn because I also want to see my brother. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks because he's had things going on with Special Olympics and things like that. And so, I don't know. it's a really tough decision because, I mean, do I put my family at risk to be there for my brother? I don't know. But I also don't feel like my family's at a huge risk for any complications from the virus. But I also don't want to get sick and maybe spread it to others. So I'm just really, I don't know, this has put me in a really difficult place, I feel like. So I think I might make a few phone calls and maybe call my mom and see. She can't take him because she lives like an hour away. And so I don't know. And find out. Try to solve this problem. All right. Not much time has passed since I last vlogged, but a lot has happened. I got a hold of my brother, and a staff member had already taken him to go grocery shopping, so crisis averted there. But we just found out, our governor just announced that schools will be closed through April 17th. So that is 4 weeks from tomorrow. Like,
what if they make it a year?
I'm freaking out a little bit. Again, not over the virus, but these past 4 days of working from home have been stressful. I don't know. Like, there's some students I can't reach, and I know some of my students don't have access to the internet at their homes, and I'm like, how is this supposed to happen? I mean, I know that it'll happen. We don't have a choice, but I was really, really hoping to go back. All right, we are outside because holy moly. Oh, the dogs hear us. We're getting a little cabin fever. The kids haven't been outside all day.
I have.
Hallie has a little bit. We're getting a little cabin fever. Because we haven't really been outside at all today. The kids are starting to fight and get grouchy, and so we need some fresh air. But as soon as we got our shoes on to come out, it started raining, and you see it's very gray, but I think that was just a minute. So we're gonna try to take a little walk just to get some fresh air, and
What are you guys barking at?
and to get out of the house for a minute, especially with all of these things swimming around in my head. I just need a break for a minute. So yeah, let's go for a walk. All right, we are trying to go for a walk. It's sprinkling a little bit. You can see.
Umbrella.
We'll go get it. Sprinkling a little bit, but you can hear the frogs. The chickens next door. Yeah, we won't go hungry for eggs. The chickens are laying really well right now, I think. Or they were last time I had to deal with them. You can hear the birds singing. There's one way I feel so blessed is where we live. We can just, like, there's not another soul in sight. They're all in their houses right now, and we can just get out and enjoy the fresh air, get some exercise, and not get cabin fever, hopefully. So there's that. Come on, Hadley. There's Savannah. Oh, she's gonna be all wet and muddy, the neighbor's dog. I think it's starting to rain a little more. Maybe it'll stop here in a minute.
It sounds.
We are still on our walk.
That was a bad idea.
Where's Hadley?
We're here.
We ended up walking, we may be like a little less than a mile from the house. It's so nice. It ended up not raining. The sprinkling went away. And so we're just enjoying the fresh air and sunshine. Well, oh no, not sunshine. Kind of. It's shining a little bit over there. The fresh air and nature noises. and being out of the house and the exercise. So this is just what we needed, isn't it? Are you throwing those at me? Don't do that. Little stinker. We are back from our walk. The kids are playing on the trampoline outside. They're in such better moods. I'm so glad we went ahead and took them for a walk. Plus, I am like only 1,600 steps away from my step goal for the day. While they're outside, I'm going to go ahead and... Gotta quit putting my hands above my face. While they're outside, I'm going to go ahead and start dinner. Tonight, we're having skillet lasagna, which is my new favorite way to make lasagna. So easy. We'll link the recipe in the description. But it's so easy and so yummy. And yeah, so first off, I am browning. I'm going to use my electric skillet this evening. So I'm browning a pound and a quarter of hamburger meat. And so we'll do that, let that cook. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and add in some garlic and a little bit of onions. It's not on the recipe, but I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that in. And yeah. Garlic. This is how I buy garlic. We go through a lot of garlic, and then I don't like to cut onions, so I like to buy the bags of frozen onions. So I just have that in, and we're just going to let that finish cooking while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and gather my next ingredients. Meat's almost done. I went ahead and gathered my other ingredients, and the recipe does call for chopped onions, but I also, and it calls for garlic salt. Instead of garlic salt, I like to use the diced garlic, fresh diced garlic, and then you need 8 lasagna noodles, crushed red pepper, oregano. It calls for 4 cups of tomato sauce. I like to go ahead and just buy the pasta sauce. Just the marinara is really yummy in there. And then you don't have to worry about seasoning it so much. I do go ahead and add a little extra oregano, but that's just because I like it. And then for me, it's not saucy enough with just the jar of marinara sauce. I go ahead and add just an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce to it. Just because it seems like a little too thick and too dry with just the 4 cups. So I add extra. I have made this several times, so I tweaked the recipe each time I've made it, so. Yes, you may help me. Wash thy hands. Oh, this thing full of dishes. For 20 seconds with soap? Mm-hmm. I'm counting on you to tell the truth.
What?
20 seconds you scrubbed? Okay, we have to be like very diligent about our hand washing. I went ahead and drained the fat off of the meat. And so now it's time to add, dun dun dun, the pasta sauce. I don't know what I have this out for.
Why is it to chop the beef?
Whoops, I wasn't videoing nobody. No, I didn't. I don't know what I had that out for. I'm kind of weird, I think. All right, so go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and add the tomato sauce and the pasta sauce. Here, all of it. Just, but not so high up or it's going to splash. There we go. All right. Pasta sauce in, and then the can of tomato sauce, please, ma'am. Hadley.
What? It tastes
We're all going to get coronavirus. Dump it in. Just don't put your hand on the, look, you don't need to hold the lid. Just pour it in. Not so high up, it splashes if you put it high up. There we go. It takes patience to teach kids to cook, y'all. Patience. All right, so we've broken up the 8 lasagna noodles. Some of them ended up on the floor. That's good. And then you're just gonna give this a stir, put the lid on, and turn it down to simmer. And simmer it for about 20 minutes, I think. I'll double check the time, but yeah. And the other thing that I just remember that I do is the noodles get soft from from the juices of the tomato sauce, and it just is too thick for me. So I add about a 1/4 cup of beef broth to it before I let it simmer. That way it's not so dry. Something that I wanted to point out is I know these keep stacking up on my counter, and we are not hoarding water. These are empty. Normally I buy like 4, 5, 6 of these a week, and I don't like our tap water very much, so I buy gallons of purified water, but you can't find any right now, so I'm saving the gallons that we have that we've drank, and I am refilling them with tap water, so at least the water will be cold. I can handle our tap water a lot more better if it's super cold. And then the other thing that I do is, like, if I'm gonna drink our tap water, I will like put a few squirts of like some sort of water flavor. The kids really like to take that to school with their lunch, and so yeah, I really don't care for our tap water very much, and I'm so sad that I cannot get my gallons of water. So that's what I'm doing. As we're using them, I'm refilling them, but I've kind of gotten behind on refilling them. So because we go through about maybe 1.5 of those a day if we're home all day. If we're not, I mean, if we're at school, we don't go through that much, but we've been going through about 1.5 of those a day, on top of like the kids drinking milk and things like that. So yeah, that's my plan. Because I can't get my water, I'm just gonna fill up those and make do. All right, so this is done. If you see, like, it's pretty dry. Even after I've added another can of tomato sauce and a 1/4 cup of beef broth. Next time I think I'll add 1/2 cup of beef broth, but it's time to put in the ricotta cheese. So I took some of the ricotta cheese out, mixed it up in a bowl to make it soft, and you just kind of plop it in. I'm doing this left-handed. So you just plop it in. There's all the ricotta on there, and then you're gonna sprinkle on some grated Parmesan. We like lots of cheese in this house. My sister-in-law said that I was hoarding cheese for the coronavirus, and I was like, no, that's our normal cheese. We go through a lot of cheese. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna put the lid back on and just let that heat through because the cheese was cold. So I'm just gonna let that heat, and it should be ready in just a few minutes. All right, it is a little after 9 o'clock, and we're trying to get ready for bed, but the tornado sirens keep going off. So not only are we having to deal with all of the things with the coronavirus, but we're gonna get blown away by a tornado too. Hopefully not. I'm really just joking, but this is the second time the tornado sirens have gone off. Plus we've been under multiple tornado watches tonight. And one. It's been storming pretty bad. And I don't know. There is a funnel on the ground just south of me, southeast of me. Yeah, there's a funnel on the ground, probably about, oh, I'm so bad at distances.
It's kind of close to us.
Okay, maybe like oh my goodness. Like, it feels like it's coming straight for us. It looks on the map. Oh my gosh. Tornado on the ground coming this way.
Did we just like slip in my bed?
I'm freaking out now.
Can we just sleep in my closet?
You guys need to go to our safe place. Our safe place is in Hadley's room.
But I need some video games.
No, you do not. You're not going upstairs. Oh my gosh, these kids, help me. Y'all pray. Hadley's little hideout. Here's Hadley's little hideout. What are you doing, Hadley?
Coloring.
Coloring. Are you scared?
Kind of.
Me too, a little bit. So Hadley's little closet, it's kind of a mess right now because we have our emergency bag and Hadley's blankets and things in here. But this is, part of our house is under the ground. And so this is the safest place because it's the rear wall. All right, it is about 9:40. I'm so tired, but I'm too scared to go to bed. I am ready for bed, but the kids are in my bed. Chad's still at work. The weather is crazy. We're still under a tornado warning. I don't know. I need to go to bed. Both kids are just going to sleep with me. When Chad comes in, he'll sleep downstairs in Hadley's room. But this weather is nuts. I think we're maybe just about out of the warning areas. But, oh my goodness. They're saying lots of hail, strong winds, craziness. The good news is it looks like everything's going to be past us soon. Like it's all moving to the east of us. So this has been a stressful day. It seems like it's been one thing after the other. Like I'm so glad I took that walk earlier. Or else I'd probably really be feeling it. And then it looks like it's going to rain all day tomorrow. Yippee. So now I'm super glad that I took that walk. I don't think I'm leaving the house tomorrow. Oh, I'm so tired. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, we're still going to be here tomorrow. So, wish us luck tonight. I think we'll be okay. Don't forget to like this video. And we will check back in tomorrow. See y'all. Don't forget to join us on our next adventure on Happily Ever Collins. And I know these times are really hard. But go check out some of our Disney videos. We've been watching a few of them here and there because they're such happy times. So, if you're feeling a little down, if you're feeling a little cramped in your house, go check out some of our Disney vlogs. We have so much fun when we go to Disney, and we're just really hopeful that we get to take our trip this summer. And we can add to those videos. But anyway, yeah, we'll see you on our next daily adventure in this ever-changing society and situation of life right now. Bye.